What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review. This time we're taking a look at Nothing But Trouble, written and directed by Dan Aykroyd, starring an all-star cast that includes Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, and Demi Moore. Nothing But Trouble tells the story of these two yuppies who, along with their two friends, get lost on the Jersey Turnpike after speeding, and now they are taken to the Justice of the Peace in this creepy old mansion in which he pretty much keeps them as prisoners. Alright, that is the overall story of Nothing But Trouble. Let's just briefly go over this movie and just make this review as short and sweet as possible. Overall, Nothing But Trouble is a guilty pleasure horror comedy. This is not a long-lost classic or an underrated gem or a movie that is going to highlight the talents of Dan Aykroyd. It's anything but that. You know, I've seen better Dan Aykroyd movies, and I've definitely seen better movies with John Candy. But Nothing But Trouble, to me, is a decent movie. You know, I thought overall this movie does have some good entertaining moments to it. Most of the cast is good, with Chevy Chase being hit and miss for me in this movie. I mean, I was never a big Chevy Chase fan to begin with, and since I'm not a fan of Chevy Chase as an actor and or comedian, him being in this movie it's all right for me. To tell you the truth, I think they should have gone with the original idea of Dan Aykroyd playing the Chevy Chase character of Chris Thorne, while also playing the Justice of the Peace character of Vulcanheiser. I think Dan Aykroyd would have been much better in the role as the banker, and I think he would have been just more entertaining. I mean, Dan Aykroyd in general, he steals the show in this entire movie. He, as Justice of the Peace, who is the 106-year-old Justice of the Peace, is just this nasty, just creepy old curmudgeon, and Dan Aykroyd is clearly having a blast playing this character under a lot of heavy prosthetic makeup. It is a very distinct makeup that just sticks with you, and Dan Aykroyd, he gives a fun, over-the-top performance. Chevy Chase, like I said, his performance, very hit and miss. Some scenes I think he's funny, other scenes I think he's just sleepwalking through this entire movie. I think the chemistry with Chase and Demi Moore is also very hit and miss. I like Demi Moore as an actress. If I were to compare the two in this movie, I think Demi Moore is actually doing a much more better performance than Chevy Chase is, because Demi Moore actually looks like she's trying, while Chevy Chase has a lot of scenes where he looks like he could care less that he's in this movie. And giving the backstage and giving the production hell this movie went through, and the fact that Chase acted like a giant piece of shit to everyone, you can clearly tell that Chevy Chase is just moonwalking, is just sleepwalking through this movie, while Demi Moore is actually trying. Of the two leads, Demi Moore is actually the one that tries. And to tell you the truth, I think the movie should have been written with Diane being more of Diane being the star and Chevy Chase being the co-star, since Demi Moore is the better of the two. That's just my opinion. I thought Demi Moore was better than Chevy Chase in this movie. Dan Aykroyd as Justice of the Peace, he's hilarious, and John Candy in this movie also has dual roles, as he plays a police officer named Dennis, who is the grandson of the Justice of the Peace, and he also plays the granddaughter known as Ebola. So seeing John Candy in two dual roles that are very distinct, pretty much playing siblings, I thought was hysterical. I thought John Candy did a good job playing both characters. Honestly, truthfully, I think the character of Dennis is kind of more underutilized, though I do like the whole little subplot of him kind of being disinterested in what his grandfather is doing, and I like how he hooks up with Chevy Chase's character's two friends at the end of the movie, and ends up pretty much being the lover of the man's sister. So I thought that was pretty entertaining, and you could have done more with that, to be honest with you. I mean, the movie just, like I said, I think the character of Dennis is completely underutilized. Though Chevy Chase as his sister Ebola, I thought was a lot of fun, and the scenes where I actually got a lot of laughs with Chevy Chase is pretty much with him and John Candy in drag. That stuff is funny. As I mentioned, Dan Aykroyd as the judge, he's hysterical. The whole thing of the bone stripper roller coaster that pretty much kills you, I thought is very elaborate and looks really cool. That's really what this movie has going for it, is pretty much the atmosphere and its special effects. A story standpoint, it's stupid. It's pretty much Beetlejuice meets the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in a cross road trip. It's whatever. But the overall aesthetic of this movie is actually pretty cool and can make for a really cool haunted house. Like, the overall look of Vulcanvania as like this backwoods hillbilly type of place is really cool. You know, the Vulcanvanian castle Manchester say has this has a very distinct, psycho type of quality to it, which I really do enjoy, and that setting also gives off a Texas Chainsaw Massacre like vibe to it. I dig it. I like it. I thought Dan Aykroyd did a fantastic job at capturing that atmosphere, and I thought the production team did a really good job with creating very distinct imagery. I think it's pretty cool. I like the visual look of this film. Story standpoint and character wise, it's whatever. This movie does have some funny gags here and there, but there is one section of the movie that I did not find funny at all. It features this hip hop group called Digital Underground. It takes up 3 minutes of the film's runtime, and you could have done without it, to be honest with you. It was not necessary, and it doesn't lead to anything. Like, the group before the hip hop group was more funnier, because there's pretty much these yuppie guys and girls who are doing drugs and speeding, and the judge sends them off to Mr. Bone Stripper to be killed. That shit was funny, and I enjoyed that a lot. And I also like the third act of this movie as well, where Chris and Diane go to the proper authorities as a way to get the Vulcanvania, but then in a twist it's revealed that they're all in cahoots with the judge, and I thought that was actually pretty funny. And the whole climax of the mansion being blown to bits, and the judge, being interviewed on TV saying he's going to go to New York to be with his grandson-in-law. I thought that was pretty funny as well. And you get the Looney Tunes inspired run through the wall type gag by Chevy Chase's character, which was okay at best. So yeah, like overall, I like Nothing But Trouble as a guilty pleasure type of movie. It's not a perfect movie by any stretch of the imagination. This is not a movie that's going to go down in the annals as one of the greatest comedies ever made or greatest horror comedies ever made. But it's a guilty pleasure. It's good for what it is. It does have its moments where it does have some genuine funny moments to me, and it does have a lot of moments that are just not that great whatsoever. It does have performances that are just very bland, especially with that of Chevy Chase. And you also get fun performances like from Dan Aykroyd and John Candy, and you get a solid Demi Moore performance. And to me, that and the visual aesthetic kind of holds the movie up and makes it passable. And that's why, for me, Nothing But Trouble gets a solid 5 out of 10. I enjoy this movie. I like it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Nothing But Trouble. Let me know yours in the comment sections down below. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.